Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplained fear of the dark, or a strange familiarity with a place you have never visited? What if those feelings are not yours, but the echoes of a life lived 1,000 years ago? You are not just a person. You are a living, breathing library of every ancestor who survived long enough to pass on their blood. Your cells carry the ghosts of the past, whispering secrets of survival in a language we are only just beginning to decode. We are embarking on a journey into the deepest layers of the human soul and biology. Tonight, we look at the invisible threads that tie us to the dawn of time. This is the mystery of genetic memory, where science meets the supernatural in the quiet halls of our DNA. Prepare to lose yourself in the realization that you are never truly alone in your own mind. The past is not dead. It is sleeping within you, waiting for the right moment to wake up and guide your hand. Hello, welcome to my channel Nightlight Science Stories. Today, we turn our gaze inward to the most complex machine in the known universe, the human genome. For decades, we believed that our DNA was simply a static blueprint, a set of instructions for building bones and skin. But what if it is also a recorder? A black box from a long-lost flight, documenting every trauma, every triumph, and every sharp lesson learned by those who came before us in the shadows of history. Imagine a primitive hunter 10,000 years ago, narrowly escaping a predator in the tall grass. That heart-stopping terror did not die with him. It left a mark, a molecular scar on his very essence. Science is now suggesting that these experiences can be inherited, shaping our instincts and phobias before we even take our first breath. We are the sum of 1,000,000 survival stories, condensed into a single drop of life. The campfire of our ancestors still burns bright. To understand this, we must look at the 98% of our DNA that scientists once dismissed as junk. For years, this vast territory was considered silent, a biological wasteland with no purpose. But in the quiet glow of 2026 science, we are finding that this junk DNA is anything but useless. It is the repository of our species' collective experience, the vast ocean where the memories of the old world are stored, hidden away like precious jewels in a dark room. It is here, in the non-coding regions of our genetic code, that the real story of humanity is written. These are the pages where our instincts are etched. When you feel an instinctive urge to protect or a sudden intuitive flash of insight, you are tapping into this ancient database. It is a biological internet, connecting you to every generation that has ever walked the earth. We are just now learning how to log in and read the messages left behind for us. Why do we fear snakes or spiders, even if we have never seen one? Why does a newborn bird know the exact path of a migration route across an entire ocean? This is not taught. It is remembered. It is the survival instinct passed down through molecular markers called epigenetic tags. These tags act like tiny switches on our DNA, turning certain responses on or off based on what our ancestors experienced. They learned the danger, so we do not have to. Think of it as a biological warning system. Your ancestors encountered a threat, and the memory of that threat was so powerful that it altered the way their DNA expressed itself. That alteration was then handed down to you, like a survival kit for a world you have yet to experience. You are born with a map of the world already drawn inside your mind, filled with landmarks of danger and safety that were placed there long before you were even a thought. In a landmark study that shook the world of psychology, researchers found that mice trained to fear a specific scent passed that fear down to their offspring for generations. The children, and even the grandchildren, would react with terror to the smell of cherry blossoms, despite never having encountered them before. Their brains were physically different, wired to detect that specific scent with heightened sensitivity. The trauma of the past was alive in their blood. This discovery suggests that our own fears, anxieties, and even our talents might not be entirely our own. Perhaps your love for the ocean or your inexplicable fear of heights is a gift or a warning from an ancestor who lived a life very different from yours. We are carrying the emotional weight of centuries, a heavy coat made of the experiences of those who survived. This realization changes everything we thought we knew about identity and who we really are. If we can inherit fear, can we also inherit wisdom? Can the skills of a master musician or the bravery of a great warrior be passed down through the code of life? The implications are as beautiful as they are terrifying. We are the vessels for a continuous stream of consciousness that stretches back to the very beginning of life on this planet. Every cell in your body is a witness to the history of the world, carrying the secrets of the survivors. Tonight, we are going to dive deeper into the dark corners of our biology. We will explore how these genetic memories are formed and whether we can learn to control them. Are we destined to repeat the patterns of the past, or can we use this ancient knowledge to shape a new future? As the light of the campfire flickers, remember that the voice you hear in the back of your mind might not be your own. It might be the world itself, speaking through you. Imagine the brain as a grand library where the books are written in the language of atoms. Some shelves are easy to reach, representing our daily memories and learned skills. But there are hidden vaults, deep in the basement, where the books are old and the ink is made of ancestral experience. These are the genetic memories that shape our subconscious. They are the background music of our lives, influencing our choices and our moods in ways we rarely notice. Scientists call this transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. It is a bridge between the environment and our genes. It means that the way you live your life today could potentially change the lives of your great-grandchildren. We are not just consumers of our genetic heritage, we are also its authors. Every time you overcome a fear or learn a new way to thrive, you are potentially writing a new line in the book of your family's future, a message of hope. This concept challenges the very idea of the self. If our instincts are pre-programmed, where does our free will begin? Are we simply actors playing out a script that was written long ago? The truth is likely a delicate dance between the past and the present. Our genetic memory provides the foundation, the basic temperament and survival instincts, but the life we live provides the structure. We are the architects of the house, even if the bricks were made by our ancestors. As we look at the glowing tree of our lineage, we see that we are not separate leaves, but part of a single massive organism. The energy that flows through the roots is the same energy that flows through us. By understanding our genetic memory, we can begin to understand why we react to the world the way we do. We can start to separate our own true voice from the chorus of the past, finding a balance between honoring our heritage and finding our own path. Time is not a straight line in the world of genetics. It is a circle, or perhaps a spiral, where the past is always circling back to meet us. Every time a new life is born, the ancient memories are refreshed and reevaluated. This is how life evolves, by keeping what is useful and slowly letting go of what is no longer needed. It is a slow, methodical process of refinement, a conversation between the species and the environment that has lasted for billions of years. We are the latest iteration of this process. We carry the scars of old wars and the joy of ancient discoveries. When you look into the mirror, you are looking at the result of 1,000,000 successful survival stories. You are the survivor of the survivors. This realization should bring a sense of profound peace. You are built to last. You are built to endure. The strength of countless generations is flowing through your veins at this very second, holding you up. If you could speak to the ancestor who gave you your strongest instinct, what would you say? And what will you leave behind for those who will carry your name into the future? The story of humanity is far from over. It is a book that is being written in real time, in every heart and in every cell of your body. For now, as the fire burns low, think about the traits you value most in yourself. They are gifts from 1,000 lifetimes. The night is quiet now, but the whispers in your DNA are as loud as ever. Listen to them. They have much to tell you about who you are and where you are going. If we can inherit the fear of a predator, can we also inherit the skill of a master artist or the courage of a king? The second chapter of our journey takes us into the complex world of inherited talents and collective trauma. We often think of our abilities as things we learn from scratch, but science is starting to suggest that some of us might be born with a head start. The doses in our blood are not just there to warn us, they are there to help us excel. What if your natural affinity for music or your intuitive grasp of mathematics is actually a gift from a great-grandparent you never met? This is the concept of ancestral resonance. It suggests that the neural pathways carved by the intense practice of our ancestors can leave a subtle mark on our own biology. We are born with a foundation already laid, a silent melody playing in the background of our minds, waiting for us to find the right instrument to bring it to life. One of the most haunting examples of genetic memory comes from the study of historical traumas, such as the Great Famine. Researchers found that the descendants of those who suffered through extreme starvation carry a specific chemical marker on their DNA. This marker changes the way their bodies process energy and store fat generations later. The hunger of the past is still felt by the bodies of the present, a biological warning to prepare for a winter that ended long ago. This is more than just biology. It is a story of survival written in the language of metabolism. The bodies of the grandchildren are still bracing for a famine they have never experienced. It is a haunting reminder that the environment of our ancestors shapes our health today. We are walking historical records, our very cells reflecting the hardships and the resilience of those who came before us. The shadow of the past is long, and it reaches into our very chemistry. But how does a single experience turn into a permanent genetic record? The process is called DNA methylation. Think of it as a librarian adding notes to the margins of a book. The original text, your DNA sequence, remains the same, but the notes change how the story is read. A traumatic event can cause the body to add these chemical notes, effectively bookmarking the specific survival response. This book, with all its additions, is what we pass down to our children. These bookmarks can be passed down for at least 3 generations, and possibly many more. It is a flexible form of evolution that happens much faster than traditional natural selection. It allows a species to adapt to rapid changes in the environment within just a few lifetimes. We are not just waiting for slow mutations. We are actively editing our heritage in response to the world around us. We are the authors of a living history that is constantly being revised. Collective memory also plays a role in how societies react to crisis. Why do certain cultures seem to have a natural resilience or a specific way of viewing the world? Perhaps it is because their shared history has left a collective mark on their genetic pool. The trials of a nation, wars, migrations, and triumphs become part of the biological fabric of its people. This shared heritage creates an unspoken bond, a rhythm that everyone in the group subconsciously follows. Imagine the DNA as a symphony where every ancestor has added a note. In a community with a shared history, many of those notes are the same, creating a powerful, resonant harmony. This explains why we often feel a deep, inexplicable connection to our culture and our land. It is not just about the stories we are told. It is about the stories that are already inside us, vibrating in our very bones. We are the guardians of a collective soul, shaped by the ages. In 2026, the technology to read these epigenetic markers is becoming more accessible. We are beginning to map the epigenome, just as we mapped the human genome decades ago. This allows us to see the scars of the past and perhaps, for the first time, to understand them. By identifying these markers, we might be able to treat inherited anxieties or health conditions that have plagued families for centuries. We are learning to talk back to our genes. This is the dawn of a new era in medicine and psychology. We are moving beyond treating the symptoms to understanding the deep ancestral roots of our well-being. Imagine a world where you can heal the trauma of your grandfather to ensure the health of your grandson. It is a profound responsibility and a breathtaking opportunity. We are no longer just victims of our heritage. We are becoming its conscious editors, steering the ship of our lineage. But there is a beautiful side to this as well, the inheritance of resilience. Just as we inherit the scars, we also inherit the strength that allowed our ancestors to survive. Every time they overcame an obstacle, they left a blueprint for how to do it again. You carry the determination of explorers, the creativity of builders, and the spirit of survivors. You are equipped with a biological toolkit for overcoming adversity that has been tested for millions of years. When you feel like you cannot go on, remember that your cells have already survived everything the world could throw at them. The very fact that you exist is proof of an unbroken chain of success. You are the embodiment of resilience, a living testament to the power of life to endure and thrive. This is the true gift of genetic memory, not the weight of the past, but the strength of it. You are made of the stuff of stars and the courage of the ages. This leads us to the question of childhood and how we can influence the genetic memory we pass on. The experiences we provide for our children, the love they receive, and the challenges they overcome all leave markers on their DNA. We are literally shaping the biological future of our descendants through our actions today. Parenting is not just about teaching behaviors. It is about curating the genetic environment for the generations yet to come. By creating a world of security and opportunity, we are helping to turn off the markers of stress and turn on the markers of exploration and growth. We are giving our children a lighter pack to carry on their own journey. This is the most profound legacy we can leave. A genetic code that is not burdened by the shadows of the past, but illuminated by the possibilities of the future. We are the bridge between what was and what could be, a link in a golden chain. Does this mean we are destined to be who our ancestors were? Not at all. Genetic memory is a predisposition, not a predetermination. It is the starting point, but it is not the finish line. Our brains are incredibly plastic, meaning they can change and adapt based on our own experiences and choices. We have the power to write new stories over the old ones, to create our own pathways that have never existed before. We are both the clay and the sculptor. This is where the magic of being human lies. We can acknowledge the voices of the past without letting them dictate our future. We can take the wisdom and the strength they offered while consciously choosing to let go of the fears that no longer serve us. It is a process of filtration, keeping the gold and letting the sand wash away. You have the ultimate authority over your own life, even with 1 billion ancestors watching from the sidelines of your DNA. As we look deeper into the science, we find that even our dreams might be influenced by this ancestral pool. Have you ever had a dream that felt too real, too detailed, as if it belonged to another time? Some researchers believe that these could be flashes of genetic memory, the brain processing ancestral data during the quiet of sleep. Is as if the library is being reorganized at night, and we occasionally catch a glimpse of the older, hidden volumes. These genetic dreams provide a window into the lived experiences of the past. They are the stories that were never told, the secrets that were never shared, surfacing in the theater of the mind. They remind us that the boundary between the individual and the species is thinner than we think. We are part of a continuous flow of consciousness, a vast river of experience that never truly stops. In the world of the night, we are all part of this same great story. Where did your traits come from? And what new marks are you developing that will one day be the instincts of your great-grandchildren? The night is still young, and there is so much more to uncover in the glowing depths of the human soul. Stay with the silence. The line between science and science fiction is blurring, and the answers may change everything about how we learn and grow. The door to the past is cracked open, and the light coming through is both strange and familiar. Let the embers of the fire warm you. What if the skills you struggle to learn are already inside you, waiting for a trigger to be activated? In this third chapter, we explore the most fascinating possibility of genetic memory, the awakening of dormant talents. We often speak of child prodigies or people with uncanny, natural abilities. Science is now asking if these individuals are simply tapping into a well of ancestral practice that has been distilled over centuries into a single potent drop of instinct. This isn't just about playing an instrument or drawing. It could be the intuitive way you understand the weather, or the way you can navigate an unknown city without a map. These are not just coincidences. They are resonances from a past where these skills were matters of life and death. The neural pathways carved by your ancestors are like dried riverbeds in your mind. When the right experience flows through them, they come back to life, guiding your hands and thoughts with ancient precision. The key to unlocking these dormant memories might lie in a phenomenon called environmental triggers. Just as a certain smell can trigger a childhood memory, a specific environment can trigger a genetic one. Imagine a person who has never seen the ocean suddenly feeling a profound sense of belonging and skill the moment they step onto a boat. Their DNA is recognizing an environment that their ancestors mastered for thousands of years. The lock is finally meeting its key. We are beginning to realize that our interests and passions might not be random. They might be the result of our biological memory, calling us back to the crafts and landscapes that our lineage once called home. When you find something that feels effortlessly right, you are likely touching a part of your history. You are not just learning, you are remembering. It is a homecoming of the soul, a moment where the past and the present align in a single brilliant flash of realization. Can we consciously access this database through meditation or altered states of consciousness? For centuries, ancient traditions have spoken of tapping into the collective unconscious or remembering past lives. Today, neuroscientists are investigating if deep states of relaxation can lower the noise of our daily lives enough to hear the faint whispers of our genetic heritage. It is like trying to hear a soft melody in a crowded, noisy city. You have to find the silence first. Through specific breathing techniques and focused visualization, some practitioners claim to experience flashes of lives they never lived. They describe historical details they couldn't have known, or skills they never practiced. While science remains cautious, the overlap between ancient wisdom and modern genetics is becoming too large to ignore. We might be on the verge of developing techniques to purposefully download the wisdom of our ancestors, turning our DNA into a conscious library. But with great power comes a haunting question. If we can awaken the talents, can we also accidentally awaken the traumas? This is the double-edged sword of genetic memory. To access the courage of the warrior, you might also have to confront the fear of the battlefield. The library of our blood doesn't separate the joy from the pain. It records the intensity of the experience. To unlock the basement of our minds is to face everything that was hidden there for a reason. This is why the process of awakening must be approached with reverence and care. It is a form of biological archaeology, carefully brushing away the dust of time to reveal the structures beneath. We must be prepared for what we find. The ghosts of the past are not always friendly, but they are always honest. They represent the raw, unfiltered reality of survival. By facing them, we don't just learn about our ancestors. We learn the true depth of the human spirit's capacity to endure. Think of yourself as a bridge between two worlds, the vast, silent past and the bright, uncertain future. Every choice you make and every skill you master is being added to the bridge, strengthening it for those who will cross after you. You are not just a passive recipient of your genes. You are an active participant in their evolution. The way you handle your own challenges determines the toolkit you pass down to the next link in the chain. This perspective gives a profound meaning to our daily struggles. You aren't just working for yourself. You are working for the lineage. When you overcome a fear, you are making it easier for your grandchildren to be brave. When you master a difficult skill, you are leaving a subtle map for them to follow. We are all pioneers, clearing the path through the dense forest of existence, making the journey a little bit smoother for those who follow in our footsteps. The concept of the weaver is an ancient metaphor that fits perfectly with modern genetics. Each generation adds their own thread to the tapestry of life, creating patterns that repeat and evolve over time. Sometimes, a thread from centuries ago reappears, creating a sudden similarity between a distant ancestor and a newborn child. This is the beauty of the genetic weave. Nothing is ever truly lost. It is simply waiting for its turn to be part of the pattern again. We see these patterns in the way certain families produce generations of doctors, or rebels, or storytellers. It is more than just social influence. It is a biological rhythm. The tapestry is vast and complex, and we can only see a small part of it at any one time. But as we learn to read the code, we begin to see the larger design. We see that our individual lives are part of a much greater work of art, a masterpiece of survival and creativity that has been in progress since the dawn of time. Our roots go deeper than we ever imagined. They stretch down through the soil of history, tapping into the experiences of civilizations that have long since turned to dust. When you feel a sudden, inexplicable connection to an ancient culture, It might not just be an interest, it might be a memory. Your DNA might be humming in response to a frequency that it once knew very well. We are the living remnants of everything that has ever happened to our people. This deep connection to the earth and our history is essential for our well-being. When we lose touch with our roots, we feel adrift, like a tree that has been uprooted. Understanding our genetic memory can help us find our place in the world again. It provides a sense of continuity and belonging that transcends the modern world. It reminds us that we belong to a long and honorable line of survivors, and that we carry their strength within us every single day. As we move closer to the present, we see how the Industrial Revolution and the digital age are leaving their own marks on our genetic record. The rapid pace of modern life is a new kind of stressor, one that our ancestors never faced. How will this era be remembered by the DNA of the future? We are currently writing the chapters on constant connectivity, information overload, and the shift away from the natural world. Our bodies are adapting in real time to this strange new reality. Will our descendants be born with an intuitive grasp of digital logic, but a diminished connection to the rhythms of the earth? The epigenetic switches are being flipped as we speak. We are in the middle of a massive biological experiment, and we are both the subjects and the observers. This is why the calm, hypnotic focus of stories like these is so important. It allows us to reconnect with the slower, more ancient parts of ourselves, balancing the frenetic energy of the modern world. The balance between the old and the new is the challenge of our time. We must learn to integrate the wisdom of our genetic memory with the possibilities of our technological future. We cannot go back to the past, but we can take its lessons with us. By acknowledging our ancestral heritage, we gain a grounded perspective that can guide us through the complexities of the 21st century. We are the intersection where the ancient meets the avant-garde. Take a moment to feel the weight of your own history. Feel the strength in your bones and the curiosity in your mind. These are gifts from 1,000 lifetimes. You are the vanguard of your lineage, the one who is currently carrying the torch. It is a heavy responsibility, but it is also a magnificent privilege. You are the one who gets to decide which parts of the past will live on through you, and which parts will finally be laid to rest in the quiet halls of memory. We have only scratched the surface of what it means to be a carrier of history. Take a moment to feel the weight of your own history. Feel the strength in your bones and the curiosity in your mind. You are the vanguard of your lineage, the one who is currently carrying the torch. You are the one who gets to decide which parts of the past will live on through you, and which parts will finally be laid to rest in the quiet halls of memory. Sleep well, and let your ancestors dream through you. The mystery only deepens as we move further into the glow. Can a whole city or a nation remember its past through the blood of its people? We move from the individual to the collective, exploring how shared history leaves a permanent mark on the genetic pool of the society. The great migrations, the ancient wars, and the long periods of peace were not just historical events. They were biological pressures that shaped the very temperament of those who survived. Imagine a culture that has lived by the sea for 10,000 years. Their DNA is not just adapted to climate. It is tuned to the rhythm of the tides. This collective memory creates a shared intuition, an unspoken understanding that binds a people together more tightly than any law or language ever could. We are not just carrying our family's past, but the history of our entire civilization. This shared biological heritage acts as an invisible bridge between generations. It explains why certain symbols or stories resonate so deeply across an entire culture, regardless of individual experience. We call these archetypes, but they might actually be genetic echoes, vibrations from a distant time that still find this sympathetic frequency in our modern minds. When a nation experiences a collective trauma, the scar is not just in the history books. It is etched into the epigenetic markers of the population. This can lead to a heightened sense of vigilance or a unique form of resilience that lasts for centuries. We are witnessing the physical manifestation of history, a living record of how a group of people learn to survive against all odds. At the heart of this mystery is the question of empathy. If we share these genetic echoes, are we more connected than we realize? Science suggests that our ability to understand the pain or joy of another might be rooted in these shared ancestral experiences. We recognize the feeling of a situation because our DNA has seen it 1,000 times before. Our empathy is a bridge built by the survivors of the past. This means that when we look at a stranger, we are often looking at a fellow traveler in the long journey of our species. Their ancestors and yours might have crossed paths on a forgotten battlefield or a shared hunting ground. The stories in their blood might be mirror images of yours. We are part of a massive interconnected web of life that spans the globe and the ages, a single organism remembering itself. In the modern world, we are seeing a massive mixing of these genetic pools. What happens when the collective memories of different civilizations begin to merge and interact in a single individual? We are becoming global citizens in a biological sense. This fusion of experiences is creating a new kind of human, one with a toolkit for survival that is richer and more diverse than ever before in history. This genetic diversity is our greatest strength. It allows us to draw from a wider range of ancestral wisdom and resilience. The global DNA of the future will be a complex tapestry of every trial and triumph our species has ever faced. We are watching the evolution of a collective consciousness, a process that is moving faster now than at any other time in the history of the Earth. There are places on Earth that seem to hold a specific energy, a resonance that people describe as sacred or haunted. Could these places be triggers for our collective memory? When we stand in a place where a major historical event occurred, our bodies might be reacting to the environmental cues that our ancestors once faced. The land itself acts as a mirror, reflecting the echoes stored deep within ourselves. This connection between place and blood is one of the most mysterious aspects of our biology. It suggests that we are literally tied to the Earth, not just as inhabitants, but as part of its ongoing story. The dust we walk on is made of the people who came before us, and their stories are literally in the air we breathe and the water we drink. We are never truly separate from the stage upon which the drama of life unfolds. Migration is the great engine of genetic change. Every time a group of people moved across the Earth, they took their memories with them and adapted them to new environments. This constant movement has created a dynamic and ever-changing map of human resilience. We are the descendants of the wanderers, those who had the courage to leave the familiar behind and seek a new future in the unknown. That spirit of exploration is still within us. It is the same drive that pushes us to explore the stars and the depths of the ocean. Our DNA is programmed for movement and adaptation. It is a restless code, always looking for the next horizon, always seeking to expand its understanding of the world. We are a species of voyagers, and our journey is far from over. Every interaction we have, every person we love, and every conflict we resolve adds a new thread to the collective tapestry. We are constantly updating the database of human experience. This is the true meaning of culture, a living, breathing system of shared memory that evolves in real time. We are the authors of the current chapter, adding our own unique voices to the great chorus of humanity. It is a profound responsibility. The way we treat each other today will be remembered by the DNA of tomorrow. We are setting the tone for the future. By choosing compassion over conflict and understanding over fear, we are leaving a lighter and more hopeful legacy for those who will follow. We are the architects of the collective soul, building a house that will stand for 1,000 generations. What happens to the memories that are no longer needed? Just as a computer clears its cache, our genetic record might slowly let go of the information that is no longer relevant for survival. This is a form of biological forgetting, a way to keep the pack light as we move through time. But nothing is ever truly erased. It simply recedes into the background, becoming part of the silent foundation upon which our modern lives are built. This process of refinement is what allows us to stay flexible and responsive to the world. We are not burdened by every single detail of the past, but we are supported by its most important lessons. It is a delicate balance between remembering and letting go, a dance that has been perfected over billions of years. We are the beneficiaries of this ancient wisdom, the latest version of a highly optimized system for life. Time is the ultimate sculptor of our genetic heritage. It smooths out the rough edges and polishes the jewels of our ancestral wisdom. As we move through our own lives, we are contributing to this process, adding our own refinements to the code. Every act of bravery and every moment of profound insight is a gift to the future, a way of making the path a little bit clearer for those who are yet to be born. We are part of a flow that is much larger than ourselves. When we align with this flow, we feel a sense of purpose and peace. We realize that we are not isolated islands, but part of a vast and beautiful continent of life. The past is not a weight to be carried. It is a current that carries us. We are the water, and the river is our history. As the night deepens, let yourself sink into the realization that you are a living vessel for the entire history of life. Every star in the sky and every cell in your body is connected in a way that we are only just beginning to understand. The mystery of who you are is vast, stretching from the smallest molecule to the furthest galaxy. You are a masterpiece of time and memory. Sit with the silence of the night and listen to the rhythm of your own heart. It is the same rhythm that is beaten in the chests of 1 billion survivors. You are here because they were strong. You are here because they endured. For now, let the warmth of the fire be enough. The world is quiet, and the story continues to write itself in the silence. We have reached a point in our history where the biological and the digital are no longer separate worlds. As we begin to map every epigenetic marker and every ancestral echo, we face a new mystery. Can we upload our genetic memory into the machines we build? The library of our blood is being translated into the language of light and code, creating a bridge between our carbon-based past and a silicon-based future. This is the dawn of the synthetic ancestor. If we can store the experiences of 1,000 lifetimes on a single chip, does the nature of heritage change? We are no longer just passing down life through birth. We are learning to archive the very essence of human resilience in a medium that never decays. The ghosts in our machine might soon be the same ghosts that once whispered in our DNA, finding a new home in the circuitry of tomorrow. Imagine a future where a child can not only inherit the musical talent of an ancestor, but can also access their specific memories through a neural interface. The biological head start we discussed earlier becomes a deliberate download. We are moving from the accidental inheritance of the past to the intentional curation of our species' collective wisdom. The boundaries of the individual are dissolving into a vast digital sea of shared experience. This shift changes the very definition of what it means to be human. Are we still the same species if we can choose which ancestral traits to activate and which to delete? The fluidity of our new digital heritage allows us to adapt to environments that our ancestors never dreamed of. The vacuum of space, the depths of the digital void. We are becoming the architects of our own evolution, using the ancient code as our raw material. As we look toward the stars, we realize that our genetic memory is our most important cargo. To survive on other worlds, we will need every bit of resilience and adaptability our ancestors ever developed. The lessons learned in the harsh winters of the Ice Age will be the keys to surviving the frozen moons of Jupiter. Our biological history is a survival manual for the universe, hidden in plain sight within our cells. We are taking the Earth with us, not just in our ships, but in our blood. The echoes of the African savanna will one day resonate in the domes of Mars. This continuity is what gives us strength in the face of the unknown. We are a bridge that stretches from the first spark of life in a hydrothermal vent to the furthest reaches of the galaxy. The story of survival is becoming a cosmic epic, written in the stars and the genome. But what happens to the soul of the memory when it is translated into data? There is a texture to biological experience, the smell of rain, the warmth of a fire, the sting of a loss that may be lost in translation. We must be careful not to turn our rich, vibrant history into a cold, flat archive. The challenge of the future is to maintain the emotional resonance of our genetic memory, even as we digitize its mechanisms. We need the poetry of the past, not just the data. The whispers in our DNA are not just instructions, they are stories. They are the songs of the survivors. As we merge with our technology, we must ensure that we don't silence the very voices that made us who we are. The goal is not to replace the biological with the digital, but to create a harmony between the two, a new kind of resonance that is deeper and more complex than ever before. We are the first generation to consciously witness this merger. We stand at the crossroads of two eras, holding the hand of our primitive ancestors while reaching for the tools of our technological descendants. It is a moment of profound tension and incredible potential. The choices we make today about how we handle our genetic and digital data will echo for thousands of years. We are setting the foundation for a new kind of consciousness. This is the great filter of our own making. Can we integrate our ancient instincts with our modern power without losing our balance? The answer lies in our ability to listen to the wisdom of the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. We are learning to be the masters of our own history, a task that requires both scientific precision and a deep, humble respect for the mystery of life. The tree of life is growing new branches, made of light and logic. These branches are fed by the same roots that have sustained us for billions of years. There is no conflict between the old and the new. They are simply different expressions of the same drive to endure and thrive. The digital world is just another environment for life to master, another landscape for our genetic memory to map and explore. We are seeing the emergence of a planetary mind, a collective intelligence that draws from both biological and artificial sources. Our genetic memory is the core of this mind, providing the emotional depth and historical perspective that technology alone cannot provide. It is the heart in the machine. By connecting our individual memories to this global network, we are creating a form of immortality that is both biological and digital. In this new era, the concept of home becomes something we carry with us. Whether we are in a high-tech city or on a distant planet, the resonance of our ancestral land remains part of our internal landscape. This connection provides a sense of grounding in an increasingly fluid and fast-paced world. It is the anchor that keeps us from being swept away by the currents of change. Our heritage is our sanctuary. By revisiting the ruins of our past through the lens of the future, we gain a new appreciation for the journey we have taken. We see the patterns of resilience and creativity that have always defined us. We realize that we have always been innovators, always been dreamers. The technology of today is just the latest tool in a very old kit. We are the same people who sat by the campfire, only the fire has grown larger and more complex. As we move deeper into this synthesis, the very concept of time begins to blur. With genetic memory and digital archives, the past is always present, always accessible. We are living in a long now, where the experiences of the first humans and the possibilities of the last humans coexist in our mind. This perspective allows us to make decisions with a much longer view of history, considering the impact of our actions on generations we will never see. This is the maturity of our species. We are beginning to think and act as a single continuous entity that spans across time. The individual life is a precious, brief spark, but the flame of our collective memory is eternal. By contributing our own unique experiences to this flame, we ensure that our light will continue to shine long after we are gone. We are part of something truly magnificent, a story that has no end. Feel the pulse of this new reality in your own body. Feel the ancient instincts and the modern curiosity working in harmony. You are a pioneer of the digital age, but you are also a guardian of the biological past. This duality is your strength. You are the one who can bridge the gap between the world of the ancestors and the world of the descendants. You are the witness to the birth of a new kind of life. Take a deep breath and let the realization settle in. You are more than you ever imagined. You are a living connection between two vast oceans of time. The light of the campfire and the light of the computer screen are both reflections of the same human spirit. You are the fire and you are the light. In the silence of the night, everything is one. The mystery of the genetic soul is far from being solved. It is only expanding. As we peer into the depths of our own biology, we find not just a record of the past, but a map of the future. The echoes in our blood are the signals for the next stage of our journey. We are the travelers, and the destination is as vast as the universe itself. The fire is still burning, and the stories are still being told in the quiet places of our hearts. Sit with the darkness and the light for a moment. Listen to the silence between your heartbeats. In that space, the past and the future meet. You are the point of intersection, the place where the mystery becomes real. For now, let the night hold you in its embrace. The world is at peace, and the journey continues in every breath you take. Sleep in the knowledge that you are a part of a beautiful, endless story. We have traveled from the first sparks of a primitive campfire to the glowing circuits of the digital age. But in this final hour, we must return to the most fundamental truth. Everything that has ever lived still lives within you. The atoms that form your body were once part of ancient stars, and the memories that guide your heart were once the lived experiences of 1,000 generations. We are the universe remembering itself through the medium of life. This is the final mystery of genetic memory. It is not just a record of the past, but a promise of continuity. You are a single wave in a vast eternal ocean. The wave will eventually reach the shore and dissolve, but the ocean remains, and the water that formed the wave will rise again in a new form, carry in the same salt and the same ancient energy. Your story does not end with you. It simply changes its shape and continues its journey. Consider the tree of life not as a static image in a textbook, but as a living, pulsing organism that spans across time. Every branch is a lineage and every leaf is a life. The sap that flows through the roots is the same sap that reaches the highest leaf. This is the biological reality of our connection. We are never truly separate from our ancestors, nor will we ever be separate from our descendants. We are the flow itself, a continuous stream of being. This realization brings a profound sense of peace. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are supported by the strength of everything that came before you. Your life is a precious contribution to the whole, a unique melody in an infinite symphony. When you breathe, the ancestors breathe with you. When you dream, they are the silent observers of your inner world. You are the vanguard of an eternal army of survivors. What if our memories are not just stored in our DNA, but in the very fabric of reality? Some believe in a concept called the Akashic Record, a cosmic database of every thought, emotion, and action that has ever occurred. If our genetic memory is the physical receiver, perhaps the universe is the transmitter. We are constantly tuned into a frequency that is much larger than our individual minds, picking up the echoes of the great cosmic story. In the silence of a desert night, you could almost hear it, the hum of existence, the vibration of 1 billion years of life. This is the background radiation of the soul. It reminds us that we belong to the cosmos. Our struggles and our triumphs are not insignificant. They are the brushstrokes on a canvas that is as large as infinity. Every act of kindness and every moment of clarity adds a new spark of light to the darkness of the void. The fragility of a single life is balanced by the incredible resilience of the lineage. Like a butterfly that migrates across continents, it is never seen. Guided by a map it was born with, you are guided by an internal compass that has been calibrated by the ages. You know more than you think you know. You are wiser than you feel. The answers you seek are often already hidden within the quiet spaces of your own intuition. Trust the whispers in your blood. Trust the instincts that have kept your ancestors alive through ice ages and famines, through wars and wonders. They are your most loyal advisors. They do not speak in words, but in feelings and the sudden pull toward a certain path, or the quiet warning that keeps you from harm. You are never truly lost when you have 1 billion years of experience to guide your way home. Time is the weaver, and memory is the thread. As the sands of time fall, the pattern becomes clearer. We see that history is not a series of random events, but a purposeful evolution of consciousness. We are moving toward a greater understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Each generation takes us one step closer to the light. You are the current peak of this magnificent ascent, the highest point reached so far. But the journey does not stop here. Even as you stand at the summit, the path continues upward into the unknown. What will the humans of the future remember about us? Will they inherit our curiosity, our art, our capacity for love? We are currently forging the memories that will be their instincts. We are the ancestors of the future, and the legacy we leave is written in the choices we make every single day. There is a majesty in the ordinary. Every mundane task you perform, and every simple joy you feel is part of the sacred work of life. By living fully, you are honoring the billions who came before you and had to fight just to exist. Your happiness is their reward. Your peace is their sanctuary. When you find contentment in the present moment, you are healing the traumas of 1,000 pasts and lighting the way for 1,000 futures. This is the true alchemy of the spirit, turning the lead of past suffering into the gold of present wisdom. It is a slow and beautiful process that happens in the quiet corners of our lives. You are the alchemist of your own lineage. With every breath, you have the power to transform your heritage into something more beautiful, more resilient, and more filled with light. You are the master of your own internal kingdom. As we stand at the threshold of the known and the unknown, we realize that the doorway is not outside of us, it is within. The portal to the past and the bridge to the future are both located in the center of your being. By turning your gaze inward, you can travel across the eons. You can visit the campfires of the first humans and the cities of the last. In the world of the spirit, space and time are no longer barriers. You are the guardian of the threshold. You hold the keys to the library of life. It is a responsibility that requires both courage and humility. To look into the depths of your own soul is to look into the eyes of the universe. It is a profound act of witness. By acknowledging your place in the great chain of being, you find a sense of belonging that can never be taken away. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The end of our story is just the beginning of another. As the individual self begins to fade into the background, the collective self emerges in all its glory. We see that we are not separate drops of water, but the ocean itself. The fear of death loses its power when we realize that our essence is eternal. We are part of a continuous cycle of birth, growth, and return that has no beginning and no end. You are made of stardust and stories. You are a living bridge between the earth and the heavens. When you look up at the night sky, you are looking at your origins. When you look into your own heart, you are looking at your destiny. The universe is not something outside of you. It is something you are doing. You are a cosmic event happening right now in this very moment. The fire is burning low now. The embers are glowing with a soft, warm light, mirroring the stars above. The stories have been told, and the silence of the night is returning. In this quiet space, let yourself simply be. You don't need to do anything or go anywhere. You are home. You have always been home. The whispers of the ancestors are now just a gentle lullaby, guiding you into a deep and peaceful rest. Take this peace with you as you move forward. Let it be the foundation of your days and the sanctuary of your nights. Remember that you are never alone. You are carried by the love and the strength of 1 billion lives. You are the precious result of an infinite journey. Let the warmth of the fire stay in your heart, and let the light of the stars guide your path. The night is beautiful, and you are part of its magic. As the light fades to a single point, we return to the silence from which we came. It is a rich, fertile silence, filled with the seeds of future stories. The journey of Nightlight Science Stories ends here for now, but your own journey continues in every heartbeat and every dream. Thank you for sitting by the fire with us. Thank you for listening to the echoes of the soul. The mystery remains as vast and beautiful as ever, but now you carry a part of it consciously within you. Go gently into the night, and may your ancestors dream through you in peace. The campfire may go out, but the light you have found here will never truly leave you. Good night, traveler. Until we meet again in the glow of the next story.